Hello and welcome to this next episode of the Quickview. On this episode, this is something that's just been in the back of my mind because I just kind of think about stuff at work. I am so sick of people naming their kids the dumbest things ever. It is getting to the point where it is not even funny anymore and they are ruining their kids' life because they are naming them stuff something stupid. So my wife and I, we do want kids. I want to have a few, and I want to adopt some as well. So if adoption, like whatever the kid's name is, you can't really figure that out till it happens. But we go to church and they name their kids some of the worst names I have ever seen in my life. So name number one that pisses me off is Simeon. Okay, so this is in the Bible, and that's what my wife says it is, and that's what everyone's gonna think about it. No, the second this kid turns 5 and they figure out what Simeon means, his life is over. Why do that to your own spawn? Why do that to your kid? Why? Like I cannot wrap my brain around naming your kid something like how did you not even talk about this 5 minutes before? How did they not say, "Oh, Simeon"? Like wouldn't anyone in their family be like, "Doesn't that mean monkey?" Like I'm not even trying to like advocate for bullying here, but it's literally a layup for anyone trying to bully this kid for the rest of his life. They're going to see on his job application Simeon, and then everyone at work. I mean, he's gonna have that following him for the rest of his life. Like that's what you have to do as a responsibility as a parent. And it's just it's infuriating that people would name their kids something like that. The next name that I hate, and I probably have enough of these names that I could go on for a while, but okay, Ash Lee. If you name your kid a name that is already normal and then put Leigh, you are an evil person to your kid because every single conversation is gonna have to be wherever they go for the rest of their life. Hey, my name's Ashley, but it's with an Leigh. You think that kid would want to say that every time? You think your own kid wants to go out and say, "Hey, my name is blank, but with an Leigh every single time they go out." I mean, it's insane. It's ridiculous. I cannot believe that people are like naming their kids just stupid crap. They're not even naming them like Ashley or Ashley. It's the same thing. Functionally, it's the same thing. Give them the normal name. I understand like if you're from Ukraine or whatever, and like how they spell John is John or John, that I'm okay with because this is just an accepted one that we've used that no one's going to be like, okay, my name is John. If you spell it with an HN, people like this is a rarity, but it's still accepted because it's semi around. If you have to you're introducing a problem. You are literally creating the pool of all names that you could ever choose from. You're picking the name that you like, which already exists right here, and you're just messing it up because you feel like being unique. Just stupid, man. Like you're just ruining that kid's life. So the next name that I have that really pisses me off, we'll just do John Ashley Jr. Now, I don't have a problem with Junior. I really don't. Because there are situations in where if the mother dies, if the father dies and the mother names the kid after the father, it's a good homage. Makes sense to me. I get it. There can be things that are that makes sense. Name it after a cousin, like whatever. I get that. John Ashley Jr. If you have, and it's not people with names like this. They always have the dumbest names ever, like Cuddle, uh, Dumbface Jr. And then they have the audacity. You think this name is so good, you have to go for the third. When you go anything past a junior and you have to have a numerical order, you are like so annoying. I mean that kid is already the most annoying person I've ever met, and I haven't even met him yet. Why do they even? Your name is not that good to transfer it to the third person here. Like George Foreman, the fourth, fifth, sixth. It's like, dude, your name is just George. It's not even that cool. It's like I cannot believe it's just insane. It's the third. Like the third guy named that. Like you have no creativity in your entire bloodline. You're gonna name the exact same thing. Okay. And then the next one, actually, this is something that someone asked me when I said, why are people naming stupid stuff? I don't have a problem with like River. Actually, that one kind of is unique, or North. Like, I actually think out of all names, because people were saying, well, that's stupid. Why are you naming them North or River? Because we've named people after colors. A lot of women get the better names, because you can name them like anything. Men only have a pool of like 100 names you can pick from. But for North, that's at least something. Like if you named your kid North, we name our kid Hazel, we name our kid Summer, Autumn, like stuff like that is weird. But it's accepted that you can name your kid. So naming a kid River is not really the worst thing I've ever heard. And some names are legitimately made up, like Tiffany was made up in the '80s. But it's when you go and you take this name and pair it with this name, like Northwest. If you had North, I don't know, North Clark or something, that is actually not that bad of a name, but why? Why are you doing that? Or like, someone was trying to name their kid just in case. You are like asking for it. You are asking for your kid to hate you the rest of your life. Why do you do this to your children? Why do you do this to your spawn? Why are people doing this? And then I'm not even getting into the ones where it's just literally random like letters or translatable ones. I just cannot understand why people would do this to their kids. Like, I mean, I understand you want to be at least a little unique. I get it, but I mean, come on, man. There's just so many other names out there. Why would you do this to your own kid? I just cannot even fathom why you would intentionally do this to your own people who you're supposed to love and raise. And every single time you're going to be like, oh, my kid, oh, his name's Larry the Third. Like, dude, it's Larry. That name shouldn't even be around now. It's that bad. Oh, and then a special mention is when women are getting named like, well, I shouldn't say women and men. Names like Esther and Eugene. Though there are just names that we don't use anymore. Like the baby's gonna come out and they're gonna be looking 40 or 50 years old because their name's Esther or Eugene. Like, dude, these names are like they're gone. Like, get rid of them. We don't need these stupid names. Name them Jonathan or like Calvin or something. If you want to be unique, Calvin. I've never heard of Calvin in my entire life. Calvin and Hobbes, like, how is that bad? No, I gotta name my kid Ashley with an Leigh. And women can be named like Hazel or anything, you know. Stupid. Also, initial names are really weird. I don't really get that, but yeah, those are like the main things that I have. And then people, I mean, this goes back to like the Northwest. Why do they not change their last name if their last name is like Cox, and they like have the audacity to name their kid like Harry or some shit? Like, I cannot even believe that they would literally name their kid Harry Cox the Third. I bet there's a dude right now on this planet I bet you right now, any money in the Western world, there's a dude named Harry Cox the Third, and they literally, their parents, when they woke up in the morning, thought, what is the best name for this man, for this person that we are bringing into this world, and they literally looked it up, wrote it down on the initial, and nobody stopped them, and they called him that the rest of their life. Like, utter insanity. Utter insanity. I cannot believe people do that to their own children. Well, before I go, because I've made fun of people's names, so it's only fair to tell you what I would name my kids. So I was with my wife and we were praying about our future because my brother-in-law has special needs, and I didn't know if it was a genetic thing that she would be carrying on. I wouldn't think she would, but regardless of that, I had a vision from God where I saw three kids, and now I know I'll probably get a little bit. And I'm not giving the last name of my own person, so why would I do that? So these were the names. So I know it's really weird that I said I don't like people with junior, but the name that I got for my daughter was Elizabeth Gwendolyn Rose. Now, Lynn is spelled differently. The only reason why that would be is my. So this is everyone in my wife's middle name, and I mean like 90% of them. And then this is my mom's middle name. Like, so it's kind of, it's, you know, I don't know why. I just got a vision from God. I mean, I gotta name him that. Like that's, and then this is for the boy. So yeah, I mean, I also don't like that people don't name their kids a nicknameable name. If my daughter with this name hates all of her names, I don't know what I could have named her. 'Cause, I mean, Eliza, Lizzie, Libby, Beth, Bethany, Buffy, which apparently is from Elizabeth. I don't know how. Gwen. I would honestly, the weirdest thing though is I would probably call her Gwen most of the time. That's what I've already like. I don't know. It's really weird. Like my parents tried naming me something, and it just doesn't. It never really stuck. It was like an initial name, but you have to be cool for that. So it really didn't work. So they just call me by my full name, which is weird. But yeah, that's just what I would name my kids. I don't really think I have a choice because I was literally had a vision. And then Hayden, I think I'm gonna name him, give him the first name of my brother-in-law because that would be really sweet to name. But that's all I got for that. And then for adoption, it's kind of just like whoever comes into our lives. Hopefully they don't have. Hopefully they're not like Eugene Larry Butthole the Third. Eugene or Harry. Yeah, I mean, dude, I hate when people do that crap. I really do. Yeah. So, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.